everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Faith. Thank you so much for being here. Today I am testing out a new translucent powder from Laura Mercier, and unless you've been hiding under a rock for the last 3 years, you would know that the original Laura Mercier translucent powder is like what everyone used on YouTube for probably 2-3 years straight. This is what it looks like right here. It's just a translucent powder that people use to bake, set their under eyes, set their whole face. I think in the last year or so people have tried other things, but for the longest time this was it. This is all you were supposed to use to set your under eyes. So Laura has come out with a new powder, and it is the same sort of translucent powder, but it has a glow to it. So what I want to do today is test out the two next to each other and see what differences the glow translucent powder has against the original. I have already done most of my makeup. I have done my base. I just used the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer and the tinted moisturizer, and then I used my Tarte Shape Tape underneath my eyes. I will link those down below in case you're interested, but today we are just going to be talking about the powders. I am going to use a sponge like I always do to press the powder underneath my eyes, and I will zoom you guys in even closer so that we can see the differences. So yeah guys, let's get right on into this video. Before I actually put the powders on my eyes, I want to do kind of like a swatch on the back of my hand to see what the differences are. So this is the original loose powder. It's kind of like a banana shade. It's just supposed to be translucent. And then this is the translucent but glow powder. Whoa, big difference. Big difference. This one definitely has more of a sheen to it. It's kind of a lot more pigmented, maybe more brightening. So yeah, here they are in the caps. You can see there's definitely a difference in color. This one is a lot more light and banana, and this one kind of looks tan, but as you could see when I put it on my hand, it still comes off as translucent, so that's kind of interesting. I'm going to be putting the regular, traditional, original Laura Mercier powder on this eye, and then I'm going to be using the glow powder on this eye. If you were wondering as well, these powders retail for $38. However, they do come in mini sizes, so if you ever wanted to test them out, you could just buy the mini size, and I think it's maybe 20 bucks or something like that. So actually what I just realized is I should use 2 different sponges so that things don't get mixed up. So let me grab 2 sponges that are the same type of sponge instead of this little guy here. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I have 2 Real Technique sponges. They look dirty, but I promise they're not. They're just dingy. First, let's go in with the original translucent powder. I'm just gonna dunk this here in the cap, get a good amount on. And I'm doing sort of like the baking technique. I'm packing a lot under there, and then we'll wipe it away with a brush. But that is the original. And then let me take my other sponge, dunk it into the glow powder. That's what it looks like. It's so weird because it looks dark, but then it's not dark. And let's apply this. It definitely has a radiance to it. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit further. Actually, a lot further. So hopefully this picks up on camera, but what I am noticing is this side is matte and more white, and this side has a glow and is a little bit more of a natural skin-like finish. So I'm going to pack on a little bit more of this just so that you guys can really see. So I'm going to go back in with the original sponge and some more of the original powder. I'm going to really bake that area. And then I'm going to do the same with the glow powder. So here's the glow powder. So you can see that's a little bit more skin colored. And hopefully you can see the glow. I'm not sure if it'll show up on camera, but looking in my mirror very closely, this definitely has a radiance to it. Right off the bat, I don't know which one I prefer. I like that this has a radiance. It looks a lot less powdery than this side, but let's let that sit for a second, wipe it away, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, I've let that sit on there for maybe 30 seconds to a minute. I don't like to let it sit on too long because then my under eyes look dry. I'm more of a dry person. So I'm just going to use this brush from Delium. This is the tapered highlighting brush, but I'm just going to use it to dust away this powder. So let's dust away the regular side first so that we don't get any of the glow products on this side. It looks very nice. I've used the regular Laura Mercier powder before and I have always liked it. It hasn't always been my favorite. I've just preferred to use the Kat Von D pressed powders that come in the contour kit, but this is a very nice translucent powder. It makes my under eyes look very nice and not crackly. And then let's dust away the translucent glow side. Ooh, I think that you can definitely see how this cheek now has almost a little bit of a highlight going on. So there's the difference between the two. This side looks matte and kind of flawless. This side kind of looks metallic. To be honest, I'm not sure I love this in this method, the method that you would traditionally use a translucent powder for. I'm almost thinking it would be better as a loose highlight, especially like in this area. I think it looks really, really pretty right here, but in this area, it's kind of emphasizing texture. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm loving it. It's not a makeup ruiner by any means, but I think this might be better just lightly dusted, like over the cheeks. Let me actually try that on this side, like just in this area, to see if I like that. So I'm just gonna dip in with my brush. I have a little bit on the brush there. I'm gonna tap a little off and then just apply like that. I'm not sure if that's showing up. I can see it. Again, I'm not sure if it's showing up, but this I think would actually be really pretty for brides if you wanted a really natural highlight to maybe dust all over the face, but I'm not sure I'm liking it used as a traditional translucent powder for baking purposes. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup. I still need to put on bronzer, blush, and then I will hop back on a little bit less close up and in your personal space. Okay, so here is the finished look after I applied some bronzer and blush. When I look up close, I still think this side looks better. It just, I don't know, like especially when I look up close, this cheek area looks really textured and not cute. And that's just because of that glow. I think the powder itself and what it's marketed as is perfect. Like, if you're gonna say it's a glow translucent powder, it better glow, and this definitely glows. I just don't think I would use it in the traditional way that a translucent powder should be used, which is typically to bake your under eyes or set your under eyes. So I think with this powder, what I will use it for from now on is to maybe lightly dust over slightly the apples of my cheeks, but definitely not in this area. On the cheekbones, maybe on the forehead just a little bit, almost like how people use the Hourglass powders, like what are those called? Ambient light powders. I think I would use it like that, but not to bake underneath the eyes. Maybe it says that in the instructions that you're not supposed to bake, and I just did anyways. I don't know. I might have to double check that, but at least I was the guinea pig for this and not you. I still think it's a gorgeous powder. From far away, I have a mirror like way over there. From far away, I actually prefer this side because my cheek looks glowy and looks really radiant, whereas this side kind of looks dull and flat. But up close, that metallic look is not cute. So maybe a mix of the two would be nice. I'll have to try that sometime, maybe in my next video. I think it is a very nice product. Her original powder is so nice. Just looks perfect. It makes your under eyes look perfect. So I will link everything down below in case you're interested. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You just hit that red subscribe button. It's completely free. It's not like subscribing to a magazine or like a service or anything. It just basically means that you're following me. So definitely do that and hit the notification bell as well if you want to be notified when I upload. I love you all so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye!